I'm gonna unmask this whole tank. I think people kind of like it when I do that. I've heard a couple people tell me they like that when I unmask them. I don't know why. But anyways, this thing is gonna look like Lakers. It's gonna be purple and gold. It was intentional, so it's for a really cool customer of ours, and so it is intentional that it has and resembles Lakers purple and gold. So here we go. Ready? This is my favorite one, the first one. Bam! That's, it's thick. I used 2 different purples. And I'm not trying to rip this off all slow and satisfying. I hate when people do that. I just pull the tape. I'm not trying to be all good with it all. I just want to pull it. There is going to be some gold leaf that I have to do, so the tank is not, after unmask, it's not done. Oh, crud. You know what? I forgot. I have to do a little bit of airbrushing right here. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, just keep it rolling. I'm gonna bring my airbrush over. I gotta outline that really quick. Okay. I forgot I had to do this. So this is a purple transparent color. I want it to be kind of dark because everything's kind of dark. And when purple's not dark, it doesn't look that great. I mean, it's okay, like the fades are good, but kind of want it to be dark. And I forgot about this, so. All right, let's flip it over. Dang, man. This thing will not stop hissing. Ah, no. Not yet. Dude, what in the heck? Alright, so let's... I hope that works. Yeah, this should be okay. This should be okay. So this line is just like a kind of a step down line. It just gives it a little bit of dimension. Sometimes just a regular fade on its own is okay, but sometimes it's kind of cool when you do. And you should be wearing a mask if you're doing this. I don't need to wear a mask because I don't need to wear one. But you should wear one. All right, there we go. Now Now I can unmask the rest of this. Sorry. Okay, so there's the gold, but it's not a, it's like a gold, but I put like a pearl sparkle over it. Purples is always weird. They're not weird, but purples, if you mix purples, they could look a little bit feminine sometimes if you mix certain lavenders and purples. But if you do it right, it can look really, really, really cool. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it right. And I'm not honestly sure. I mean, I'm sure I did it right. I hope I did it right. But so this has got a lot going on because it's some like opaque colors. In other words, non-transparent. Like this gold is an actual kind of gold. It's not a. It's a non-transparent gold. Like a, you know, gold, and then I sprayed a pearl over the top. So this color is super cool because I did like a transparent candy over metal flake, and then I did the gold, and then this purple is another purple, but it's metallic purple, so it's a whole other thing. And that's all this is matrix. But this is like a matrix metallic, so you got like a metallic, a solid, a candy, or like a metal flake with it's like a transparent purple toner over it. So there's a lot in the gold. And yes, it is supposed to resemble, it is, you know, resemble Lakers. So, and this up here is where a lot of the cool color, like this cool transparent purple. And I still have more to do. I'm gonna add, and I'll show you. I pulled these lines already. Dude, this thing is pretty legit. This thing is cool, man. This thing is cool. This is like a ton of masking. You got the front, Jess? So, I did something I don't usually do. You kind of always try and find like a cool line to do that just, I mean, because let's face it, you paint the same. All these tanks are pretty much the same, so you got to paint them differently every time, or try. So I did something cool here with like a color that goes up top and down. This is super interesting. I'm really kind of anticipating unmasking this because I don't know what it's even, I mean, I have no idea what it's gonna look like. So, and it still has gold leaf too, so it's not like, this is not the final, like the final product or whatever. Like this is not, there's more. So razor blade, nice and careful, nice and careful. So this is just exposing the natural flake that's underneath, which is a matrix mix of it's like a metallic, kind of a champagne, I guess, like a light gold that I mixed. And obviously this is the blue FBS tape that I use a lot because I really like it, and it works great for tight turns and sharp things, but you gotta heat it every time you cross one of these over. One of these things, and before you cut it, you gotta heat it. That's how it sticks together. If you don't heat it, people say, well, that tape doesn't work good. Well, it's vinyl, so once you heat it, I heat all my turns with a heat gun. Not too hot, but I heat all my turns with a heat gun, and that way, get down here, Jess, when you pull these lines, hopefully, yep, there you go. There's no bleed throughs, and the tape is good, but you have to heat it. You have to heat it. Up here too, let's see how this one did. Ooh, see, that one's good too. I obviously don't want bleed throughs on a bike like this. All right. Get to the side. The last unmask we did like this did really well. People watched it, which I think is really cool because, I mean, I used to just unmask these and not think about it, but apparently people just enjoy watching the unveiling of it, which is really cool. I'm not into the satisfying thing. I think that's a little bit contrived, but I do like unmasking it and just like seeing what, like, this is my favorite part, because you know, all the masking, you don't really get a chance to see it until you pull everything off. And then I still have the dash that I did to put on the top, and so it's kind of exciting. Yeah, man. I mean, even though this is kind of this is supposed to be using Lakers colors, I wanted it to do that because I like that idea, but I also wanted it just to be a cool looking bike anyways, because those colors, they do look good together, but you just got to do it right. You have to do it right. Purples are tough sometimes tough to paint with. There you go. I'm telling you, once you heat this tape, and it almost never fails you. I mean, really, it almost never fails as long as you heat it. Look, this one's gonna be good. Ready? Boop. There you go. Perfect. And these are tough angles. And this tape sat on here for days as I was layering my colors and stuff. So, I mean, people say, well, I set my tape on it and I walked away. I don't recommend walking away from it, but sometimes you have to. Check this one, Jess. See how this one works. Oh, wait. But if you heat it, and I also stick tape over it, like I'll put a piece of tape. Bleed through, that's all right. I'll put another piece of tape over the top of it, and it just helps hold it in place. Because once you heat it, you loosen like the memory of the tape, and then it will kind of reconform, but not to where it melts. Remember, it's just vinyl. So, all right, let's not neglect down here, because this is a cool part of it. Try not to gouge it. Ow, dang. Very good. Come on, man. There we go. This thing got weirdly. Okay. All right. So there's an area that has to get gold leaf. I always pre-mask the gold leaf so I know exactly where it's going to go. I don't think I need my glasses on. I pre-mask the gold leaf because I know exactly where it's going to go, because you want to lay gold leaf down over clear. You don't want to lay gold leaf down over base coat if you can help. You want like the sanded, in other words, when I flaked this thing, I cleared it, and then I sanded the clear, you know, it was 600, and then I laid my graphics over. So all this base coat has all been cleared over. And so that smooth surface is a great place for the leaf, the gold leaf, to lay down nice and smooth. Did I get everything? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is where my gold leaf is gonna be. I'll start from here. So it does kind of resemble the gold a little, but it'll all be spun, and then I'm gonna probably stripe it in like a lavender or something that lends itself to all the purple colors and the golds and all that other stuff.